Hello, hello. How we doing? It's Wednesday night. We're over the hump day of the week. It's all about the weekend now. Even though I'm working and I don't go out, I'm like feeling it for you guys. That it's Thursday tomorrow and it's almost the weekend. So, in aid of it almost being the weekend, I thought I would do a quick video on Hayley Ann, how to quickly turn your makeup from a day wear into a night, which I used to do all the time at the office when I worked in London. We would go for work drinks and because it was quite exclusive where we used to go, I'd want to look a little bit better than I did during the day. So I'm just going to show you, using a few little things, how to kind of refresh your makeup and turn your eyeshadow into a more kind of evening sultry kind of look. So let's just crack on with it. My eyebrows, since I've been using this Splurge Cream eyeshadow, hey Tuesday, I don't find they rub off. They just stay on, so I don't really need to do much with them. All I'm going to do is, so you could probably go without this if you didn't really want to take it into work. Depends on how much you want to take in your makeup bag, really. I should always get stuff ready, shouldn't I, before I start, but I don't. So I would just use an angled brush and dab a little bit and maybe just touch up kind of the arch and maybe make this bit a little bit more crisper for an evening look. But obviously if you don't wear much during the day, you could just darken the whole thing up so you've got a darker brow all over, which I'll do for you for purpose of the camera. So yeah, so I've just kind of extended that down so I've got bigger brows now. Hey Kerry, hey Darren, hey Julia. Yeah, so we've just made our brows a little bit crisper. They might have rubbed off during the day, depending on what work you do, or if you've been splashed in the bath, in my case. So I'm not really going to do much with my face, because if you use a primer and if you use this primer and this foundation, it doesn't really budge anywhere. So this morning I used Touch Glorious Face Primer and the Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation. I used that and I just obviously did my concealer and set it. Didn't really need to do much else. What I might do is just pop a little bit of powder on all over. So, tell you what I'll do, I'll just use one brush for everything. So then if you've, obviously you only want to take a few things in your handbag to work. If you are at work, obviously. If you come home and you decide to go out, then you'll have everything at hand. So I'm just going to get some powder and just dust it all over my face, because, you know, a few work drinks might turn into a sweaty club and you just want to powder everything. So this is, do you use a primer with yellow or green tones for redness? No, I don't. I am quite Pink Tuesday. I do get not rosacea properly, but I find that with the primer and the mineral foundation, I don't need to. It's just clear, just a clear primer. Oh, do you sell one? I will PM you after with a link, my darling. Right, so I've done that. I've just put, I love this, it's got like a little, can you see that? It's almost like a net. so it doesn't, you don't get too much on the brush, because I find that before, if I used a brush and loose powder, it'd just puff up my nose, puff in the air, puff all over my clothes. Whereas this, it's got a nice little net, and I can just dab as much as I want on. And yeah. What I would probably do is, if I had any spots or really bad dark circles, I might take my concealer and conceal my eyes and any blemishes that I might have before I did my setting powder. So, done that. Done it the wrong way around really, but done my brows. Now my eyeshadow, as you can see, is still looking pretty spot on, but we're going out, aren't we? We're pretending we are. So I'm going to use my old quad palette that I like to call my rose gold palette at the moment, because it's beautiful. So I'm going to go with the darker colours. I'm going to use just one brush for you as well. I'm going to use, actually, we'll use two brushes. We'll use the deluxe brush, and we'll use the blending brush just at the end. But for all of the colours, I will use this deluxe brush. Now I'm going to go in with Antsy, which is the copper kind of 2p coin kind of colour, I like to call it. Going to pop that all over my lid, and I'm going to bring it quite high up for an evening look. So pretty much I'm just cancelling out what I had on this morning. You can just still see it kind of glimmering through, but pop that all over. You really don't need much of these shadows. Hey Lucy! Are you all having your din-dins? I had mine at 4:30, so I'm going to be hungry soon again, because Freddie prefers it if I eat with him. So, hey Sarah. Yes, Freddie prefers it if I eat with him, so I have to eat really early, and then by 8 o'clock I'm hungry again, so all the sweets get raided. I'm sure that's just like a mum problem that everybody has. There we go. So I've just put the copper all over the lid and brought it kind of quite high up here to my brow bone. Then I'm going to get Agile, which is this one. It's like an aubergine colour. And I'm just going to concentrate that on this lower lid, part of the lid, and in the crease. So this is kind of going to be maybe kind of like a rose gold smoky eye. I'm just kind of going with this because obviously you're in the toilet at work and everyone's like, come on Claire, you want to get down the pub? So just a quickie. You definitely need your blending brush. If you're doing a quick eyeshadow, definitely have a blending brush, because then if you've made any like whoopsies, you can just blend it all away and everything will be fine. Don't be scared of your eyeshadows. Go back in. You're going out, so it doesn't matter. It's going to be dark. You're going to be in the pub. You're going to be drunk. Doesn't matter. Until you get used to doing eyeshadows, just play around with it. Okay, so now I've got like a copper tone here and then the purple there, but you can see like it's quite messy around there, but don't worry about it. We're going to blend all that away. Do they do full coverage foundation to cover? Yes. And what you can do, Luce, is mix the concealer in with the foundation and you get awesome coverage. I'll do a tutorial on that one day for you and you can see how awesome it is. And Lucy, I'll PM you as well with some information. Okay, so I've already mentioned the Splurge eyeshadow, the cream eyeshadow, which I've put down somewhere. I knew I left it somewhere where I'd be able to find it. Splurge cream eyeshadow. Now, Faithful I'm using, which is the brown that I've just put in my brows. We're going to have that in our bag anyway already, aren't we, for our eyebrows? So we're going to use this for... If you want, you can use my face as a model. Yes, Luce. I'd love to do your makeup and take some pictures. That'd be fantastic. I'll message you later and we can arrange a date. Okay, so I'm dabbing in my cream eyeshadow. It's quite dark brown, and what I'm going to do now is just do... You can, actually, this is really nice to use with your fingers, but I'm just going pretty much over where I put that aubergine. I'm just kind of bringing it out a little bit more, and that's just darkening up that aubergine colour to create more of a smoke. And then I'm going to just use my little pinky finger to run it under here, so I've got even more of a smoky eye going on. I haven't done the other eye yet, have I? No. Fingers are great for doing your eyeshadows with, especially a little baby one, so you can get right in there. You always kind of want to bring it down under your eye because it kind of connects it all up. Okay. So yeah, so I've got a real browny smoke going on there. Again, I'm just concentrating on the kind of that lash line and doing that V again. But as I say, it's an evening look, so I've gone kind of quite high up there. Sorry, the light's not very good in here again, is it? I'll pop some pictures up in the comments of the finished look if you guys like. Right, so that's that. Then just quickly grab your blending brush and you're just blending out the kind of outside edge, so there's not that clear distinction of where you've done your eyeshadow and where there isn't anything. You just, on that line where the kind of the two stop, you just kind of want to blend them together so it fades out into where you haven't put anything. Right, now for an evening look, if you've got that palette, just grab it, and I'm going to use Slick, which is the pinky shimmer, on my finger, and I'm going to dab it on the inside of my eye, just right on the middle of my eyelid there. Just to create a little bit of depth. And that's instantly just made my eyes brighter. And it really does create depth either side. So that's that. That was using Slick. Now again, I'm going to use my little pinky. I've wiped it on a bit of tissue, not my trousers. Then going with Optimistic, which I've used before on a video to tell you guys that you can use it as a highlighter on the inside of your eye. I'm using quite a bit because it's an evening look, and on the brow bone. And what I'll do is I'll go over in the light and take a selfie for you guys once I've finished. Eyeliner. Always have an eyeliner in your bag because that immediately turns any eyeshadow look from a day to night, because if you pop a bit of eyeliner on, immediately makes it look smoky and sultry, and then you're ready. So I just do my waterline, pull your lid down and then run it along the bottom. Some people don't like that, so you can just run it kind of under your lash line like that. Or you can do both for extra smoke. And then in the corner, just to create, bye Luce, love ya, I'll speak to you later, lift your lid up, and I just do that, the half on the outside, to get a bit of shadow and depth on the outside of your eyes. There. Now we can never have enough mascara. Obviously I would have had my mascara on during the day, but don't worry about it. Pop another coat on over the top. I've not found this mascara to clump or to fall down here during the day yet, so go for it. Done a blob up there, don't worry about it. By now your workmates have probably left you in the bathroom to do your makeup and gone to the pub, but it doesn't matter. They can get one in for you whilst you are perfecting your makeup, because you never know what might happen on after work drinks. A bit more blending, bit more blending. Now before I put your eyeshadows back in your bag, grab it again, grab the Optimistic, which is the shimmery one. I'm using my little pinky finger again, because you might have forgotten your brushes, and do a highlight on your brow bone. Done. Done. So that it's done your eyeshadows and your highlight, those four. And then definitely have your bronzer. Same brush that I used for my setting powder. Obviously you can be a bit more daring because it's an evening look, but it depends how confident you are with doing your contour. But if you just want a little kind of little bit of bronzy contour, just do underneath your cheekbone here, so you can run your brush, roll it down, and kind of where it sits under your cheekbone, that's where you want your highlight to be. See where I've left that dent? That is where you want it. It doesn't matter if you put too much on, let the brush do its work, just blend it down, just concentrate on here and just pull the rest down. And you can do the three. I don't know if any of you have heard of the three. The 3 and the E. There. So the idea of doing this part of your jawbone is to create a slim line face, to create a shadow there. And that is obviously to sink you in a bit if you've got a rounder face, but if you've already got a nice slim face, you don't have to worry about it. But everybody loves a bit of bronzer, don't they? Same brush, bit of blush. Some people don't like blusher. I do. Just feel like it's just for me. And just pop a bit on the apples of my cheeks. So yeah, a little bit of on the apples of the cheeks, and you can just use that brush to blend the two together. And then obviously you want a lip, and I would go for the stain if you're going out from work, from a day to a night look. And I just had my lip bonbon on today, which is just a tinted moisturiser, so I can just go straight in with the stain. And this one is in, yeah, sultry. which is a blood red, but with a kind of pinky undertone rather than an orange. There we go. Beautiful. Done. Don't know how long that took, probably, no, 20 minutes, but I was chatting. So there we go. That's gone from day to night in 20 minutes with a bit of foundation touch up. With your concealer, if you've got any blemishes, set it all, and then touch up your brows, and then obviously the big eyes. So that's that. I don't know if you guys can see. There. So it's definitely a rose gold, but it's got more of a sultry smokiness to it with the darker brown with it. Lips. Thanks, Tuesday. Beautiful. A lovely, lovely comment. Yeah, so there we go. That's it. So you're ready to go and hit the bar. And it's pretty easy. You don't have to wash your face and redo it. You can just refresh what you've already got. Pop on a bright lip. Put some more darker shadows on, and then you've got a day to night look. And that's easy. It's easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Have a lovely evening. I might have a nice bath now. Alright then, night night. It didn't come off. See ya, bye.